So far we're in Paris and we've learned there are different neighborhoods. So there's the African neighborhood, the Asian neighborhood, and the Indian neighborhood. But what we want to find out is how cheap foods are in these different neighborhoods. Let's go. This is Cheap Eats in Paris. My name's Toba and welcome back to The Hack. Alright, so we are in Chateau d'Eau, and this is the African neighborhood of Paris. Alright, now we found some drinks being sold as well. They look like different flavors. One looks like sorrel, one looks slightly orangey, and one looks like it's creamy. How much?
€2.
€2 for one?
Yeah, for one.
What are the flavors?
This one is bissap. This one is ginger.
Okay. And then this one?
They do it with meat.
Yeah. Thank you, thanks. Ooh. Alright, so I guess Bissau is maybe another name for either hibiscus, but this is sorrel and it tastes like sorrel. And back home we have this as well, but it's called zobo. It's nice and cold and refreshing. A great way to start your adventure around Paris. This is like real street food where it's being sold on the street. It's actually really sweet. I really like it. Alright, so we found another stall by the side of the station. They look to have some puff or some buns or some pastries, so we're gonna give that a go. Thank you. Thanks. So this looks like dobo, fried dobo. It's dense, it's tough. Let's see how it tastes. It tastes fairly sweet. So it is dough that's probably mixed with eggs and milk and sugar. It's a little bit tough when you bite it and a little bit chewy, but it is substantial. And I can imagine having a lot of this would fill me up. You get 5 for €1, which isn't bad at all. This is a street sandwich and it's made with, I think, half a baguette. And then she gets egg and then she cuts up the eggs in it. It's got avocado, it's got onions and peppers, it's got some green beans, it's got some seasoning, and it's got loads of other sauces. And it looks delicious. So we're gonna give that a go. It's €4 and it's not too bad. I've been asked if I would like palm oil in it. I've said no to the palm oil. Now there's mayonnaise going in it, and then some onions and peppers, and then eggs, so cooked eggs in sauce, chopped up and spread all around the bread. Now this sandwich is usually sold with meat inside, loads of chunky meat, but I've asked her to leave the meat out and just give me the sauce. And then once you look at it, you can see just a culmination of flavors and ingredients. Let's give it a go. You get the crunch of the baguette, you get the sauce coming through, the avocados in there, tomatoes and peppers. It works well together. It's actually really good. Now I can imagine if you had the chunks of meat in there, it just gives it that extra yum and flavor. This is like a meat sandwich, but made street style. Isn't bad at all. So we found another place with more snacks. Now they've got some plantain chips, some peanuts, and some rockets or croquettes, or maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. But to me it looks like chin chin. So we have something similar in Nigeria. They're slightly smaller in size and they're called chin chin. And it's more or less like fried dobo, but to a crisp. It's €1 each. Not a bad snack. We're gonna give this a go as well. Okay, so this is also €1. It looks like chalk. I'm not sure what it is. I'm excited to try it. It smells interesting. It smells a little bit like fish. But I'm guessing there's no fish in it because it looks more like a snack. It's an interesting one. It's sweet, it's very tough and crunchy, but when you bite into it, it softens up a little bit. It has the consistency of like chalk or maybe clay, but it tastes sweet. Now, other than those specific neighborhoods, what other cheap eats can you find around Paris? Alright, so we're just at the train station and we found some delicious treats whilst waiting for our train. So here they've got mini Big Nets Nature. I'm guessing these are mini donuts, 60 cents each, and you get 5 for €2.20. So it sounds like a good deal to me. Initially, I thought these were regular donuts, but some are filled with Nutella, some are filled with apple. They just got loads of surprises in them. And 5 for €2.20. It seems a bit much, but as a snack in the train station, you would expect it to be a little bit more pricey than it would be outside. Let's give it a go. It tastes delicious. I'm still waiting for the filling on the inside. There you go. So this is the apple one. I think this one's just plain because I've bitten through it and I can't find any Nutella. Right now we're en route to the Chinese quarter or the Chinese neighborhood. We're gonna try some cheap eats over there and see what they've got on offer. We're here in Quarter Asiatique, which is the Chinese quarter. Here is the big, massive continental supermarket, but straight down that way, I think is the streets where all the Chinese street foods are. So let's explore. All right, first up on the list is this beautiful shop with loads of goodies. I don't know the name or how to pronounce it, but let's head in there and eat. There seems to be a lot of chicken and meat and animals, so I'm gonna try and find the vegetarian options of what they've got. But it looks great, it smells delicious, and I'm hungry, so let's tuck in. Vegetable noodles? Okay, I'll have noodles. Noodles? Right, so it's the language difference is very difficult to explain that I'm a vegetarian and I'd like something with vegetables. She would like to sell me some bubble tea though. One vert matcha? Okay, I'll have that one.
For €4.80.
Oh yeah. So we managed to find a vegetable sandwich for €3.20. The translation has been a bit hectic, but we finally made it through. Other than that, they've got noodles that are vegetarian, and they've got just like a little salad box. But I'm looking forward to the sandwich. We'll see how it tastes. All right, happy days. So we have a tofu vegetable sandwich. Eureka! We have a sandwich for €3.20. Now this is similar to the sandwich we got at the African neighborhood, and that one was for I think €4. So this is slightly cheaper, and it's got tofu in it. It's got cucumber, it's got carrots, it's got vegetables, it's got some chili. It looks really good. Let's see how it tastes. I love making tofu. Now the baguette is a bit soft, but all the delicious vegetable fillings inside compensate for it. This is spot on this. All right, so we just made it to a Chinese restaurant, and surprisingly, everything on the menu seems to have either shrimp or pork in it. All the spring rolls, all the dim sum, there's almost nothing for vegetarians. But I managed to find something interesting, which is a coconut juice de coco. for €3.80. It is a bit pricey for juice, but I'm curious to see what the coconut juice will be. So let's grab it. Oh, juice de coco is delicious. And now it seems to have some coconutty bits inside. They look very gelatinous, like if they've been sitting in maybe coconut water for a bit. Let's try it. Soft and squishy, a little bit pukey, but it tastes decent. It's sweet, so it has a lot of sugar in it. And it definitely has been sitting in a tin of coconut water for a while. Worth the price? I think probably not. Our next stop is Patisserie Sai Sun. They've got some baos, they've got some sandwiches, they've got some cakes. Let's see what we can find. Do you have vegetarian?
Do you want something like that inside your sandwich?
Is that, oh, can I've just had a sandwich, so can I have like just little bits of, like that thing? Right, there's loads of pastries and loads of treats in this shop, so I'm happy. My mouth is ready to munch. All right, we've got some treats. All right, so we've got Get It Vegetarian and Hulu Vegetarian. And that's about as much as I know about them. Now this goes in a sandwich, but I told her I've just had a sandwich, so can I just have it by itself? And it looks like vegetables that's just been dipped in batter and fried. It tastes pretty decent. It's a bit chewy, it's light. You get the flavor of the carrots in there, the flavor of the vegetables. It tastes pretty decent actually. 3 on a skewer for €4 is a bit pricey, but we've just gone for it because we're in the Chinese neighborhood and we're looking to try new things. So Get It Vegetarian isn't so bad. Now we're on to Hulu Vegetarian. Now this looks interesting as well. Let's see if we can break this up. Oh, so this looks like rice noodles. Either rice noodles or rice wrapped in seaweed and dipped in batter. Oh my Lord. I quite like this. The inside is like stringy and gelatinous, like rice noodles. And then the seaweed gives that fishy flavor. And then the batter just wraps it all in like a nice crunch. So you get the crunch of the batter, and then you bite into it, and it's all like chewy and springy. And it's seasoned really well. It tastes delicious. Also, 5 on there for €4. A bit pricey, but when in Paris, eh? Whilst we were leaving the shop, the woman called us and gave us some pandan. She goes, I want you to try it. I was like, oh yes, please, thank you very much. So let's give it a go. This is pandan, and it's apparently vegetarian as well. Now, just from me trying to break it, it looks very gelatinous and very squishy. So let's try and like pull this apart. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like pastry with maybe some food coloring and some flavoring. You know what? This is a mix between a cake and a jelly. So if you think of the consistency of a jelly and you merge that with a cake, you get pandan, which is a form of gelatinous cake. It tastes pretty decent though. We're gonna say a big thank you to Patisserie Sai Sun for the free pandan. If you're ever in Paris, definitely check her out. All right, so we're at Fabro Sandone, and this is the Indian neighborhood. So I'm excited to walk around and find some cheap Indian treats. Let's go. All right, first Indian treat of the day is roti legume. Boom, there you have it. It looks like the same thing that goes in samosa, except it's wrapped in a roti, which looks like a pancake. So the filling tastes like curry. It's got potatoes in it, it's got peas in it, it's got vegetables, it's got loads of spices, and then it's wrapped in a roti. And the roti itself, as you'd expect a roti to be.
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian? Okay, I'll have that one, please.
Vegetarian.
Oh yeah, so they've got quite a few vegetarian options, which is why I like Indian food.
Chili,
One of each, please. One chili and one aubergine. All right, so we're going for a chili and aubergine dipped in batter. Yes, please, yeah. All right, so we found an Indian restaurant, and here are the goodies. So this is a pepper dipped in batter. The batter tastes decent. It tastes like it's got some lentils in it and some spices, or maybe the heat is coming from the pepper itself. This is €1.20 for one. This is an aubergine. This is an aubergine dipped in batter as well. Also €1.20. It tastes pretty decent. Now, with these Indian treats, we tried a lot of them in the €1 in Paris video. So if you haven't checked that out, go and check it out. We'll put the link in the description, put the video up. There we go through like the whole list and all the different types of Indian treats. And to wash it down, we have our mango lassi, which I've been told has a little bit of milk in it. Okay, definitely a milkshake, which I probably shouldn't be having. You can taste the mango and the sweetness, and it works really well. This, I think, is also €1.20. So altogether, €3.60. All right, my stomach is screaming, Toba, please stop eating. We've literally been around Paris and I. Not sure if I've used that line before, but we've been to the African neighborhood, we've been to the Asian neighborhood, we've been to the Indian neighborhood. We found all the cheap eats there is to find. It's been a fun day. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I have. And if you're ever in Paris, now you know where to find all the cheap eats and how much they all cost. My name's Toba, and that right there was the hack.